Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's edition of I Got the Runs, where we do a quick flashback to this week's Flash episode. The answer to last week's Flash fact is Bart Allen was the one who took over for Barry after he died in Young Justice. We started this episode off with Barry being arrested. Now let's all be real, Barry is way too soft for jail. They will pass his ass around like a collection plate. You know what they do to you in meta jail? The same thing they do to your ass in regular jail, but harder. The team is getting together trying to figure out how can we help Barry, because everything stops when Barry's in trouble. And then, of course, he dropped the Iris, me and you, we are the Flash. Man, I rolled my eyes so damn hard, I almost broke my goddamn neck. Anyway, we cut to Barry, and he's in the courtroom, and the district attorney is going at him like, yeah, he left all this evidence, and he murdered these people, and he's just a criminal who hid him on the police. And I was like, stop. I was like, wait a second, self. Isn't Barry a crime scene? Is he in charge of the crime scene analysis? So why would somebody in charge of crime scene investigation leave so much DNA? He left handprints, fingerprints. It was like 2 semen samples. Like, they found all this DNA of Barry, but if he knows this, why would he leave this stuff? Cecile, aka D.A. Thickums, is defending Barry at his trial. And she's doing everything she can to try to hold him down, while Jesse L. Martin, aka Joe, is having Law and Order flashbacks. Then they said something funny in the trial. Barry was late 72 times over the span of 2 years. How the fuck did you keep a job? If I'm late 2 days out of a week, I'll get my ass rolled up. 72 times in 2 years? While all this is going on, a new metahuman hit the town. And for all we know, his name is Rufus McRoofy, because his meta power is making people pass out, and then the screen goes black, so we don't know what he does. Meanwhile, Joe and Elongated Man find Miss DeVoe sleeping with the mailman. You know what that means? It was a black guy. So they know that she's cheating on her dead husband, who she was just crying in the courtroom over. Oh, lying ass hussy. While on the stand, Joe and Elongated Man show up with the evidence that Mrs. DeVoe been cheating on her husband on the side. So he's like, yeah, we got that, and pass it off to Cecile. And the whole time, Miss DeVoe on the stand crying with the crocodile tears and boo-hoo my asshole. And Cecile, she must be for the hood, because she held that paper like it was the ace of spades. She was like, big trouble, motherfucker. They was like, yeah, I want to cross-examine her. She walks all over. Wow, who is this you fucking on this paper? Who's this guy? And you know the excuse that she came up with? Me and my husband have a special relationship. We cockholes, which means I get to have sex with random strangers while he sit in his wheelchair and touch himself. And you know the funny part? Every juror fell for this. What city is this? You know what? Jury of his peers, because Barry's an idiot, which means that the people representing him are fucking morons too. Then Iris come busting up into the courtroom like, I have a special announcement. Barry is, and they had the nerve to cut it right there like we're supposed to fall for this bullshit bait trap. Like she gonna say, he's the Flash. She probably gonna say something like, he innocent and I got a tape recorder and I was recording this bitch. But the fact that y'all tried us like this, the fact that you had the audacity, the unmitigated gall, to try out gangster like this, shame on you, writers of Flash. Meanwhile, while all this is going on, we get introduced to the Roofy villain, and he has a name. His name is Fallout, and apparently he pumps radiation and not roofies. So right before Iris tells everybody that Barry's the Flash, he stops time. He doesn't run fast, he literally stops time, which is a whole new power I didn't even know this motherfucker even had. So they're able to have a whole entire conversation while this is going down, where he's like, it's my power, my identity, and you can't tell anybody, blah 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 bullshit, leaving her stuck looking stupid like, yeah, I think Barry a little innocent. Peace. And she walks out the courtroom. While this is going on, Fallout just figured out that he's killing people, because now when he looks at people, they body hit the floor. and he's turning green. So either he's becoming the Hulk or he has a major iron deficiency. Barry leaves the courtroom to go save the day because Fallout has shown up and his radiation is about to kill everybody in the city. And he shows up and Killer Frost shows up, but she's useless, and Cisco's sitting there, and then Barry decides, to run fast so he can shoot all the radiation, and Cisco opens a portal to throw it out to another dimension. But the whole time all this is going on, I'm like, why doesn't Cisco just open a portal and then they just push the radioactive man somewhere else? But nah, this is CW, but we gotta be complicated and stupid, and where science doesn't mean anything. Anywho, Barry's found guilty, so you know what that means. His milkshake is going to be bringing all the boys to the yard. And he's going to be, wait for the new entrance next week. It's going to be, hi, my name is Barry Allen, and I have the Swords Butthole Alive. Oh yeah! The Savage Award has to go to Miss DeVoe. Not only has she kept the game up and set Barry up clean while making the rest of the team look stupid, she was able to have sex with a side piece and then convince the jury it was her late husband's fault. Bravo, masterful work. The Doo-Doo Award goes to Iris West because for somebody who's supposed to be leading Team Flash, she has done two things, Jack and shit. And Jack is right behind bars where Barry is about to be. Now it's time for this week's Flash Fact. Who killed Captain Boomerang in Identity Crisis? Thank you guys for joining us for this week's episode of The Flash. Honestly, it's getting much worse at this point. I'm barely struggling to hang on here. But as long as you keep watching it, I'll keep watching it. But until next time, peace.